Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Podcast. The podcast reviews movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 470, and it is a um, yeah. Is the nerd channel here to talk?
Did it also happen for you?
What?
What?
Yeah, he like.
He stopped talking.
Well, he like it just went
Stop?
like he
Yeah,
pulled,
there's
like,
a little
plug or
click,
something.
and and then I thought it was my mic. I'm like, what?
No,
no,
I was
no.
like,
Oh, well, we're here. What's called another episode of Nerdcore. Today's gonna be a little different, but of course, it's the nerd channel here to host your show. That's our wonderful co-host in Yoda.
"What's up, everybody?"
What's going on? What's going on? And we also got Luis.
Damn, what a welcoming introduction.
Damn,
I don't gotta be here.
damn, Luis, you looking good.
What's up? Hello, thank you.
Yeah,
I don't know if
That
it's
better?
grainy.
That better for you?
Yeah, that's way
Okay.
better.
Brad laughed at the picture I sent him of you outside
It
of
just stuck.
you're stuck outside because you didn't take your keys.
In
When you went to
the
go get the pizza.
arms.
I forgot we took that, or
Yeah.
you took it, you fucker.
Yep.
I was
Yep.
freezing.
Oh man, but a happy Wednesday, everybody. It has been a hectic week. I have been busy covering Sundance Film Festival, and I am currently 33 movies in. I have 7 more to go, and if I get more screeners, then I will add more to the coverage. But today we're going to be talking about 4 movies from Sundance. And you're probably thinking, wow, Raul is a fucking asshole. He's as Brad and Luis here who weren't able to watch anything
Yeah,
because
little
to
fucker.
just hear him ramble on about movies that they didn't see. You're
But it's elitist point of view.
yeah, you're a fucker, man. What an asshole. No, that's not the case. No,
I'm
no.
just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah. I'm hearing myself in the back, Luis.
Are you?
Yeah.
That's you hearing yourself.
That's you
That's
hearing
how
yourself.
that
I'm
I'm
works.
not hearing
hearing
anything.
myself, dog.
Yeah.
I'm literally hearing myself. Like I'm literally hearing myself. I already muted.
Can you hear him, Brad?
I can hear him.
Oh fuck. All right, motherfucker. I can just.
All right. Well, so yeah, you're probably thinking that, right? And you cannot be any wrong because what's it called? I actually did a couple of dumb mistakes on my end. There's a lot of dumb stuff I did this one, but one of my biggest dumb mistakes.
You're allowed to though. It's your first one.
Yeah, my big dumb mistake that I did this festival was buying a second screening ticket for a movie that I bought a premiere ticket for. So I had an extra ticket that I could transfer to Brad, and I sent him a movie that he could watch, a documentary. We're going to talk about that one today as well. And then, I was a good friend to Luis, and I bought him 3 tickets for movies to watch, and we watched those 3 movies. And
I bought that out of my own pocket, motherfucker.
yeah. You know, what's it called? I just
But
you know,
Raul pushed the purchase button.
yeah, I pushed the purchase button. Yeah,
You put
but
in your credit card info and pushed the purchase button.
yeah.
Actually, I was behind Sundance. I am one of the programmers. I am one of the director programmers of Sundance, and that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
reason I've been able to just chill and
Mhm.
do all these shows, man.
Oh, we still poor.
Yeah,
That's just like a you problem.
but today we're going to be talking about The Territory, Am I Okay, Watcher, and After Yang. But before we get into any of that stuff, I want to hear from Brad because I haven't heard from him in a while, bro. What's up? How you doing, man?
Doing all right. Doing all right.
Yeah, I miss you, man.
Nothing much to report. I did a Gamer Core episode.
That was good.
That was good. Like me and Chozo were vibing. I don't know. Like I've just been like I watched Netflix with Brenda yesterday, so it was a pretty chill night.
Yeah. We were supposed to do this yesterday, but Luis was streaming, and then he finishes literally 30 minutes before we usually go on.
You
air.
never told me anything about that. I could have told you, yeah, I'm about to end stream. It's because of the chair, man. The chair was hella uncomfortable. Right now,
Yeah.
we switched chairs since Raul isn't on his PC right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he'll want it back after. I know he's probably gonna go watch some shorts.
Well, right now, after we're done here, I got to go and watch the
Yeah,
film.
so
Yeah.
he doesn't really need it right now.
Yeah.
But I am mostly on my computer, streaming or editing.
Yeah.
So.
But Luis, what's up with you? even though we live together.
I'm tired. For some reason, I feel like I need a nap, but also I I can't. I go yeah and stuff. Um, but
Okay.
yeah, no, I don't know. I'm always tired. I am trying to just grow physically and
Mentally, spiritually.
worldly. Yeah, yeah.
Well, it's all
Can you
good,
move
man.
things with your mind yet?
No,
Can you blow up things with your mind?
I fucking
Luis,
wish, bro.
or
You
not
see that
Luis,
up? You
Brad.
seen
I think
Chronicles?
I think I'm hearing you through your webcam microphone, Brad.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
I
Oh, I didn't even realize he does sound a
Ah,
bit
yeah,
stuffy.
this bastard.
it's happening. Oh no, it
Is
happened
it
again.
actually on your webcam, or
Yeah.
is it?
There we go.
Oh
There
shit!
we go. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about these films, and first of all, just of course want to thank so much to the
Mm,
Sundance Institute. Just want to thank
mm-hmm.
them all so much for allowing me to be able to cover this festival. It's been great so far. I've been having a great time. Um, no problems to report on how the films play. No problems on whether like the app works or not. It's all been going great, and
Th-
definitely,
You would hope with Sundance. Like Sundance is like world
yeah,
renowned, known, however
yeah.
you want to say it. Like you would hope they had their shit together.
Yeah, and it's because I was hearing like stuff about like some of the films having like technical issues. Like some of them were playing, but like I mean, pretty good. I've been watching on a mixture of like on the iPad, on the TV, or on the projector with the Roku, and it's like on three different devices. Like they're all seem to be working pretty good.
Well,
And
you also chose the movies that a lot of people probably won't instinctively go for.
no,
Damn.
literally, most of the critics are fucking grabbing these right now. Everybody who's fucking doing press is grabbing these.
Wow,
Yeah,
sound
fuck
like a
off.
bunch
Damn.
of film buffs. I don't know, man.
Yeah, give
Sundance,
me.
invite me next time. Make it like a TwitchCon and invite
Man,
content
maybe
creators.
apply earlier.
I, I
Apply
I I
earlier.
didn't get.
Honestly,
I didn't know to apply earlier.
yeah,
No,
me
I'm
neither,
talking
man.
specifically to
Uh
this film.
huh.
Nah,
Uh huh.
you gave that shit like a week before while I was
No,
You
fucking
I
got
gave
a
it to you
typing
when
week.
I
shit.
fucking
You got a
applied.
week. I got like
Yeah,
a day.
yeah, exactly. Well, point is that he fucking telling us
Yeah.
late us out while we're busy.
Well, I
Uh,
already gave Brad two ways to be able to get me what's it called something so I can apply him for the next ones that are coming up. But
okay.
yeah. Um, I've had a great time, y'all, and I'll talk more about that because I really do want to get into talking about these films because I actually haven't been able to like talk about these movies other than like the first article I finally put up this week. I just put it up today for the Chilean film "The Cow Who Sang a Song into the Future." That's up
That's
on the
that's
site.
that's quite a title.
Yeah, a great film, man. A great film. I liked it. So go and read that. And
Was it better than First Cow?
1,000%, 1,000%. Yes,
Okay.
not here to say anything else, but yes, 100%. But we're gonna go in first into the film that Brad and I watched, and that is of course The Territory. And of course, these movies don't have Wikipedia articles because they're not officially released yet. So I'm just gonna read from the Sundance page. So the indigenous Uruguayo people have seen their population dwindle and their culture threatened since coming into contact with non-native Brazilians. Through promised dominion over their own rainforest territory, they have faced illegal insurgents from environmentally destructive logging and mining, and most recently, land grabbing invasions spurred on by right wing politicians like President Jair Bolsonaro. With deforestation escalating as a result, the stakes have become global. With unprecedented access and co produced by the Uruguayo community, the territory drops the audience into the center of this conflict. Young indigenous leaders like Bitat and Ari, along with their mentor, environmental activist Nadinia, risk their every lives to defend the rainforest. On the other side, Sergio leads an association of indigent farmers eager to establish a settlement, while others like Martin, impatient and entitled, strike out on their own, clear cutting the forest to establish a homestead. With the government unwilling to stop this brazen encroachment, the Uruguawa set up their own media team using technology to expose the truth and fight back. Of course, this film is directed by Alex Pritz, and it's executive produced. It's produced, not executive produced. I'm sorry. It's produced by the likes of Darren Aronofsky, Will N. Miller, Sigrid Diakajir, Lizzie Guillet, and somebody called Anonymous, and a crap ton of executive producers. Um, and of course, what's it called? Co-produced by the Uruwawa people. Cinematography is by Alex Pritz himself and Tange Uruwawa. And the music is done by Katya Mikhailovia, and the editing is done by Carlos Rojas Felice. And then what's it called? It is a film from Brazil, but it is a code production between Denmark and the United States. And the film is spoken in Portuguese, and Tupi-Kawaii. And it comes in at a hour and 26 minutes. So I'll open the floor up. Brad, what were your initial thoughts on this, man? What did you think?
Real raw and heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I like throughout the whole film. Like it's just blow after blow after blow. Are we allowed to talk spoilers on this? Just through it, or
No, I don't think so.
okay?
Based
I
on the
don't.
galleries,
Yeah,
film festivals, yeah.
I don't
Uh,
think we are. Well, we are not under embargo anymore.
Well,
Let's.
just in case. I'll
Yeah.
keep my comments to that, and I think you know which parts I'm talking about.
hmm hmm Yeah, there's like. So we. Let's not go into like. Luis, I'm muting myself.
I'll
Please-
say one is a phone
Bro,
call.
it's at legit 3 decibels. I don't know. You're just loud. You're just loud, motherfucker.
Well, yeah, I'm loud. Fuck all.
So I'll say one is the phone call.
Mhm.
There's a phone call in there that's just like tough to listen to, and two was the murder.
Yeah. This movie is like. I mean, this like we rarely talk about documentaries here. Like we did a whole documentary month.
That was
in, like,
about it. What was that?
yeah.
Like 4 years ago?
Yeah, 4 years ago. We've been doing this for like 5.
Sounds like a
Anyways,
certain month that should be longer than just 1 month.
Oh, yeah, we know.
yeah.
There's a lot of movies, Luis. Okay.
Yeah, so many
Mm.
movies, man. But this was really good, and this week got picked up by National Geographic. So National Geographic just picked this one up, and they're gonna be playing it. But this movie is super raw. Like this doesn't hold back at all. Like because I think we all had been hearing about like what was going down there. A lot of us probably more
What,
because of like
you
being
always
close.
hear deforestation of the rainforest,
Yeah.
but nobody. I mean, where we live, we don't fucking know. We barely have trees.
But like, what's it called? Last year, not last year, I think it was 2020. 2020 when we were just seeing all through social media, like, oh my god, the what's it called? The Amazon rainforest is burning again, and it's like people are like, oh, here we go again. It's climate change and climate. And people were like, the Brazilians specifically were like, you guys don't get it. Like that's not what it is. It's not exactly what it is. Like it is a big factor about it, of course,
But there's
but
some
it's not
assholes.
exactly what it is. It's what has been aided by Bolsonaro's regime and
You
causing
don't.
this.
You
Is
also
it-
have to understand that most people that watch this that are questioning that about, oh, here we go again, their limitations don't allow for certain realities to go through and to accept them. That in which case we have to go to the following movie that may fit their bill, which is Rio 2, where we see deforestation
All right,
happen.
bro, get out of here, bro. Stop, man.
Yeah, but I mean,
Stop.
it's like people that say though that's like, oh, here we go again with this climate change BS or the whole propaganda and whatnot. Those are the same people that, even though we see clear pictures of companies and major name companies, mind you, are doing these things that aren't. I mean, it's not. It's not always the climate change that's causing forest fires, right? It could be man-made
Yeah,
for many
and in this
reasons.
case, it was. There
Yeah.
was what's it called? Right-wing extremists and people backed by Bolsonaro's government that were going to, going in there and burning parts of the rainforest, so that way they could be able to clear land for
Or
their
just
homesteads.
turning a blind eye to what's going
Yeah,
on. And
yeah,
I mean, there was a part in it where it's like, oh, we don't even believe you. Like,
yeah,
and they were like the people that are supposed to be helping them.
yeah. And but I also like, just how like the film also shows that the indigenous people were like, advancing with this, because like everybody always kind of has this idea of even specifically like South American indigenous people. They're like,
Like
oh,
sticks
they're a
and
bunch of
spears. That's
savages
it.
with sticks
Yeah,
and spears, right? Well, it's
yeah.
like, no, like we advance. We're using cameras now to like document
Not
this, so that
just
way we
cameras, drones. Let's get
drones.
this. Let's get this right. Drones,
Hmm.
like legit.
Yeah, drones have been a huge help for a lot of just not just like filmography and content creators, but like people that salvage history, architects, like those
Hmm.
things have helped capture history in its truest form in the most difficult ways that we physically cannot be able to do.
And they
Aside
also
from
kind of talk about like how they're documenting their language too, to make sure that
that's
it
true.
Yeah,
doesn't get
through
what's
the
it got lost.
Lost because we've
yeah
lost
through
stuff.
camera.
Yeah.
Well, through just filmmaking. That's what they're
Mhm.
Hmm.
doing.
Yeah.
Also, hi Michelle.
Amy Show. Yeah, Amy Show. But I mean, the film is so raw. It's so, what's it called? It's very. I mean, it takes you in there, man. And of course, we also get the side of the aggressors in all this, and it's just wild to see how like some of them are like, I don't care. It's my
They,
land now. Like, I'm
yeah,
here.
like there was total just backwards thinking of, well, it's my land now.
Yeah.
But it
Fuck it.
was nice to see like their houses get kind of burned down, right?
Yeah. Well, I love that how like at one point when like and I don't want to go like you said too, it's spoilers, but like one of them was like, "Oh, here we found a little camp, huh? Burn it. Fuck them. Fuck them."
Yeah,
But
no.
great documentary. I really like this one. I gave what's it
But
called? I really like this one.
and then also we have to go into just how their numbers have been decimated.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Like they're down to a couple hundred,
like
right? Yeah.
COVID like came in like they mentioned COVID at the end of this film, and
Mm,
it's just killing numbers.
yeah. Yeah. Ah, man, and it's like I'm telling you, it doesn't hold back from showing everything that it's showing, and it's also shot beautifully. I mean, there's some shots that are just fucking nuts. Like just that drone shot of the whole Amazon rainforest, where you
Hmm.
see what's already been destroyed and what's still up. It's like wow, like holy shit, you can see it like right there, and yeah. But there's also some stuff in here that's like very, very, very emotional, and just like what's getting brought up, and like it's like really fucking like just that whole those last 15 to 20 minutes of this film are just like really, really tough to get, like to me to get. Like I was like, oh my fucking god, like this isn't happening. Like I can't believe this is actually fucking happening. But yeah, I really like this film, and I don't know what to give scores right now because I'm kind of working around that. But at the moment I'm about like an 8 out of 10. I'm at an 8 out of 10 right now. Brett,
I'm at a 5 out of
Luis, you didn't even watch the movie. Luis, shut up.
I don't. You didn't want to buy it for me, man. It's
Yeah,
not
I didn't
my
want to
fault.
buy it for you, bro. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Brad, what's it called? What are you gonna go ahead and give
I
the
mean, he bought
territory?
it for me. I thought it was a 9 out of 10.
Nice. It's definitely one of the best documentaries of this
I
of
mean
this
that we've seen on
that
the
we've
show,
seen.
which haven't been very many, but
Yeah, yeah. To be fair, we haven't watched a lot of
we
them.
haven't watched a whole lot of documentaries,
Well,
which
after
we
this film
should honestly.
festival,
We
yeah,
should.
I have watched a fuck ton of documentaries now, bro. I'm like, are you going to be? And are you going to be reviewing movies coming out of WrestleCon in March? Like Ready to Rumble 2, Too Ready to Rumble, Brother, the Hulk
Oh
Hogan
no,
story, and A Beautiful Mind, Steiner Math Explained. That
I would
last one
watch that
might be.
last one.
I would watch that
I would
last one. Yeah,
rewatch
I
the
don't
shit
think
out of
I
that
would
last one.
watch either.
A
yeah.
Beautiful Mind, Steiner Math Explained. I would watch the shit.
um. So now let's go into the ones that Luis and myself were able to watch. Luis, I want to go first. Let's just first go with let's go from like what I because I think we kind of were both on the same page with some of these. Let's just go first with am I okay?
I don't
Yeah.
think that's physically possible. But
Yeah.
yeah. Also keep in mind that Raul, whenever he suggested buying some of these movies for me, this dude, I swear to God, you ask him what the movie's about, he doesn't give you a synopsis, doesn't give you cast, doesn't give you a story plot. He gives you the area of which the region the film came from. One of them was a story about struggling family that just so happened to be in Brazil. He said, "Oh, it's just a Brazilian film." And this one, I am not okay.
Am I okay?
Oh, am I okay? I asked, "What's this gonna be about before you buy it?" And he said, "Oh, it's an LGBTQ film." I'm like, that could be any number of movies that I can name right now. I can name five off the top of my head.
I'm not the
But
best at describing, bro.
if
Um,
I, yeah, if I can know it. But I am not okay. That was an interesting movie to
all
see.
right. Well,
Not
let me go ahead and introduce it first. Let me go ahead and read
oh,
the
yeah, I
yeah.
thought you did that already.
Am I
My
okay?
bad.
No, not yet, bro. Let me go ahead and all right. So am I okay? Once again, I'm reading from Sundance's site here. Lucy and Jane are the best of friends. They finish each other's sentences, predict every detail of each other's food order, and pretty much know everything about each other. But when Jane is promoted at work and agrees to move to London for her new position, Lucy confesses her deepest, long held secret. She likes women. She has for a long time, and she's terrified by this later in life realization. Suddenly, their friendship is thrown into chaos as the two choose different routes by which to navigate the unexpected changes in their lives. Tig Notaro and Stephanie Aline's directorial feature debut is an exceptionally sweet and charming love story about two adults working through the complexities of self-discovery and personal awakening, anchored by endearing performances and the undeniable chemistry between Dakota Johnson and Lucy and Sonoya Mizuno. Dakota Johnson as Lucy and Sonoya Mizuno as Jane. Am I Okay is a relatable, poignant, and often humorous look at the transformative power of human vulnerability. Luis, what did you think about Am I Okay?
First of all, this lighting is doing wonders for my orange skin because all I see is orange. Second of all, um, I haven't seen much of Dakota in other films. The
Yeah.
one I mainly know her from is 50 Shades of Grey, and you already know what that's about. Um, so with that, I'm like, I have no clue how this is gonna be acting wise and actor wise. And then Tig, who I've only seen acting in Army of the Dead, which came out last year,
Mhm.
I had no idea what to expect, right? But to my surprise, I actually did enjoy it. There were items where it's like, okay, well, I can clearly tell this is kind of like a new thing for them to go into, just director wise. And this is coming from someone that hasn't made a feature film, so this is just criticism from a wannabe. But still, there are certain things where it kind of doesn't make sense on the editing wise, story wise. The pacing for me was a bit. It's weird. It's that weird, not even middle ground where it's a nice amount. It's like at times it goes too slow and at times it goes too fast.
Mhm.
And with that, it's like I'm lost on how long I have left and also on what's the next problem that might show up in the act or what's the solution. Because honestly, the ending I wasn't really expecting it from from like beginning to end,
Mhm.
and yet I expected it all too well.
Yeah. So I also just found out that Will Ferrell produced this. That's pretty crazy.
How? What?
Yeah, he produced this.
Oh my god.
Brad's just like, what?
That makes no sense.
The man who made Elf.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, the man was an elf. Hi, Griffin. Nice to see you in the chat.
Hey, Griffin.
Yeah. But I did not like this movie, and I thought that first I'll go with what I like. What's it called? Because there are things I like. I like Dakota Johnson in this film. I very much think that her and Sonoya have incredible chemistry, and it really shows in this film. But I what's it called? I really didn't like a lot of this movie. I thought that it was edited to absolute. I was just like, well, it was edited pretty like choppy, and there was parts where like you were like, why are we cutting here? Like why are we adding this insert of a reaction here? And then we're going back to the wide, and then we're going back to the close up, and then we're going into a different close up. And it's like, I thought the editing was kind of like all over the place for
Now,
me.
now, who did the editing? Was that the director who did the
No,
editing?
no, but they do have a part in saying, I'll say like, no, I
Yeah.
don't want that. Switch it to
Yeah, we got
this.
two different editors here. We got Kayla M. Emter and Glenn Scantlebury.
It sounds like
Uh,
you got too many editors in the kitchen.
That might be it.
yeah.
That might be it.
But I think that the film also has a really interesting story, and I think that you can handle it, pretty well when you're bringing it up like as a rom com, because this is kind of what it is. It's kind of like a rom com ish, like kind of like a little drama,
Coming of age,
coming of
rom-com.
age
Yeah, I
drama.
feel
Yeah,
because like the ending wasn't really romantic. It was more so like, aw,
yeah,
they figured it out.
yeah. But like, I felt like the script was also kind of lacking, and like some of the dialogue was kind of like, and I didn't really like this movie, and but I think that it's definitely a first feature, and I think that the more that Tignataro and her wife, their careers, what's her name, Stephanie Aline and Tignataro's careers kind of like uh, progress. I think they'll be able to what's called make a better film for sure. And I'll say that I did like some of the cinematography choices, but overall this movie wasn't. Yeah, I didn't like this movie. It wasn't. I hate to use the phrase "wasn't for me" because I think that's just like I think it's like a cop
Snob.
out. I
You
think it's a cop
snob.
out. No, I think it's a cop out. It's like not everything is for you, but that doesn't mean that you can't what's called appreciate some stuff out of it. So I'll just say that I just this one didn't land with me, and yeah, I would give this movie a five, 4.5 out of 10. This was a 4.5 out of 10, and Luis, what are you gonna go ahead and give the film?
That's
Oof.
way lower than I thought you were gonna give it.
Oof.
Honestly, I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. Like it was like like it's not specifically for me, but I could relate to a lot of the characters and some of the actions that were implied, even some of the lines. Like I was going through it where I was like, "Yo, this is bringing back flashbacks. I don't like this. I'm a, I'm gonna need that antagonist to cool down on the whole leading on with my girl Dakota out here. She already
Yeah,
been through one bad relationship in another film before. I don't need her going through another. Um, so with that, it's like it does seem to come from a genuine place. It's not like they're creating something from nothing, right? They've probably experienced these things in their own lives, and although my experience was definitely not technically part of the LGBTQ community, as I am a straight male, uh, it still had that familiarity, which like is weird to say that it's like, oh, okay, maybe I can kind of relate to it. And with that, that's why I bring it up to a 7.5. The where the points go off is the editing, because it was a bit choppy. I'm not gonna lie. It's all right. They got another shot. They can go ahead and do another film, and we'll come back to it. But the editing and certain parts of where like times go slow or fast, which isn't that bad, honestly. That's a
I
passing grade.
definitely agree with the pacing though. Like there are moments where like it starts like it's going slow, and we're like, oh, when are we really gonna get into the meat and bones of this? And then it picks up, and you're like, oh crap, but it's going way too fast. And then we're just like at the end, and then we're like, oh, like I really didn't see this coming, but I also kind of saw this coming in a way, like you said. And yeah.
Also, who gave my girl Dakota the car? We know damn well she doesn't have a license, and they let her drive in this film. Because
Oh God, Tarantino directed.
oh
No,
god,
no,
no.
no.
The
God, I'm
car
thankful
was
that he
just
didn't.
no.
Our next one is Watcher. Watcher is directed by Chloe Akuno, and written by Zach Ford. And of course, this is its synopsis. Julia joins her husband when he relocates to his family's native Romania for a new job. However, having recently abandoned her acting career, she was an actress. When did we ever? All right. Having recently abandoned her acting career, she finds herself frequently alone and unoccupied. One night, people people watching from her picture window, she spots a vague figure in an adjacent building who seems to be looking back at her. Soon after, while alone at a local movie theater, Julia's sense of being watched intensifies, and she becomes certain she's being followed. Could it be the same unknown neighbor? Meanwhile, a serial killer known as the Spider stalks the city, utilizing near vacant Bucharest streets and expensive luxury apartments. Director Chloe Akuno and cinematographer Benjamin Kirk Nielsen design compositions that are both exquisite and unsettling, with every shadow offering cover for potentially imminent danger. But beneath the tension of Okuno's hypnotic auteur vision, Watcher is an elegantly simple depiction of one woman calculating in real time whether to trust her own sense of peril. Micah Monroe vividly conveys Julia's nervous discomfort as no one takes her intuition seriously, and she pivots between self doubt and defiant aggression. The film depicts as contains depictions of violence and gore. I don't know why I had to read that. Yeah. Luis,
Fuck
let's go ahead
you,
and
dude.
let's go ahead and get it, man. Give me
Me?
your thoughts. Give me your
All
thoughts on
right.
Walker.
So Raul bought this thing for me, thinking he was gonna. I was gonna like it because he knows I like horror movies. And I was like, sure, all right, tell me about it. He says it takes place in Romania. I'm like, fucking doesn't tell me shit. Let's go. So going through it, uh, I was wondering when the horror aspect would come in, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if this is their first movie or even whoever wrote this script, like their first script, but it was heavily lacking. And it's just, I mean, yeah, the scenes and some of the shots were actually very beautiful, very well aligned. They chose their shots good, carefully, but that doesn't equate to it being a good movie. Cause when I tell you, this felt, was it 2 hours? Bro, that the film was, or was it an hour and 30, like the minimum? I don't remember, but it
This
felt
film,
long.
this film is um 91 minutes, an hour and 31 minutes.
Okay, it felt longer than that, and that's usually not what you want. We didn't even actually take breaks during this. I think we only took a break once, and that's only because we got food and we had to go pick it up.
Yeah, I think we straight shot this.
Yeah. We watched it all through it, and then up until the end, we were like, "What? So what's gonna happen?" And even the end was like, "Okay, if this is how it's gonna end, at least add the thing of killing the killer, right?" And then leaving it off at that. And I mean, it's not really spoilers, but the ending kind of whack. Not gonna lie, how he just rolls to credits doesn't really do it for me. But this is just me getting into the thing of trying to put one reason for this story's creation to another is it could be used to tell how men and women don't really, I mean, sorry, just men in a relationship don't really always believe their significant others words. Like if someone says, hey, babe, I think someone's following me and watching me all around the city, I don't feel safe, you don't gaslight them into thinking they're crazy, you know. So with that being said, like this may be used as also a depiction of saying, you know, women aren't always heard, right. That's
Mhm.
the only positive take that I'm taking from this, as it can be used to describe that absolute truth that we live, or well, not we, because I don't we can't relate to the main character's life. um but aside from that, honestly, it was very lacking. It's from the movies that I watched in Sundance, it's at the bottom for me.
All right. Yeah, I'm kind of at, well, not exactly is it at the bottom for me, but also hi Kylie, thank you for joining us, and Griffin, thank you for joining us in the chat. Hope the migraine gets better. I'm glad you enjoyed Sunday. What dance movies did you do? I'm not done. I'm not even done. Not even close to being done with these movies. Um, I'm kind of in the same boat with you, man. I thought the movie I didn't like this movie. I thought this movie moves way too slow, and not in the sense of like a slow burn that needs to happen, where it's more of like I think we're meandering way too much here, and we're not picking up the pace, so that way we can get to where we need to get. I do very much like the performances, Mike from Michael Monroe and Carl Glusman, and I very much like the cinematography, and I think that those choices are something that stood out to me. And I also liked Irina. I liked Madalena Anea as Irina. I thought she was charming as hell, and I think that those are aspects that I like about the film. But I think that the film meanders way too much. I think that it starts off at a really good spot. Like it really grabs my attention at first, and it just lost me after a while because we were like, okay, so what are we kind of doing here? Like we're not moving forward. We're kind of like reiterating the same thing that's been said like three or four times before, and it's like we're not kind of moving forward, but it's just the film just doesn't work for me in a sense. It's just it didn't do it, and I think that it does have a lot to say, and that's what I will give it its praise. It has a lot to say about the way that specifically women are treated in relationships and stuff like that. But I think
Keep
that
in mind about like a person that's like not bueno, like red flag people. To
yeah,
simplify it, like red flag people. But
yeah.
yeah,
And also, Bern Gorman plays a great serial killer. What's it called? What's it called? The Watcher plays a great the Watcher. God damn, that man is creepy as hell.
dude,
But oh,
yeah. That's the he's like the star of the show. On like, if you want a good horror like main villain, dude. He's scary, man. He's creepy in other
yeah,
movies that he's not supposed
he's
to be
creepy.
creepy. And I'm like, yo, bro, turn that level down, crank it down. We're a
He's
little
got
too
the
high.
Bill Skarsgård face. Like he's got the face that's just like creepy.
Except when Bill Skarsgård fucking smiles, it's like, oh, he's smiling. When he smiles, it's like, oh, he's smiling.
That creepy
No,
shit. Mm-mm.
yeah,
Yeah, no,
It
no.
not
just
not to be rude to the guy. He's probably super nice from what we know.
Oh yeah,
But
apparently he was
like,
great on set with the kids. Yeah, but there's just also like characters that kind of get introduced, and then they just get abandoned, and it's like, what are we doing here? Like it's just yeah, this one just didn't do it for me, and I think that um, it is a directorial feature debut, Brett Luce, and I think that it's one of my least favorites, but it's still very much a it's an impressive film,
yeah,
and I think that just tuning up the stories aspects and storytelling, you'll make a better film next time, and I think
hey, yeah, props. You made
yeah,
a fucking feature film,
yeah,
which
props, and that's
yeah,
something that not a lot of people can do. Now, of course, let's go ahead and talk about After Yang. After Yang. Yeah. After Yang is directed by Kogonada and also written by Kogonada. And yeah, it stars Colin Farrell, Jodie Turner Smith, Justin H. Min, Malia Emma Jandiwija, and Haley Lou Richardson. Let's go ahead and read this here. Um, An Alexander Weinstein short story adapted by Sundance alumnus Kogonada, who is known for his other film Columbus. After Yang premiered at this year's Cannes Film Festival. This is supposed to say last year because it was last year. But when Yang, a lifelike, artificially intelligent android that Jake and Kyra buy as a companion for their adopted daughter, abruptly stops functioning. Jake just wants him repaired quickly and cheaply. But having purchased Yang certified refurbished from a now defunct store, he's led first to a conspiracy theories technician and then a technology museum curator who discovers that Yang was actually recording memories. Jake's quest eventually becomes one of existential introspection and contemplating his own life as it passes him by. An aesthete at heart, Kogonada only vaguely hints at the futuristic science fiction setting and accompanying climate catastrophe, instead crafting a serene, meditative, compassionate story that invents the trusted theme of robots exploring what it means to be human by showing a human trying to understand this artificial being who was part of his family. punctuated with humor and joyousness. After Yang's quiet power lies in its timely contemplation of how we create meaning and experience loss. And Brad, I will tell you right now, because this movie comes out in March,
You have to watch. You have to watch.
this is going to be a review on the podcast for spoilers, because this is going
Okay.
to be kept non spoiler. This movie, wow. I'll go for Luis first. Luis, go ahead and give us your thoughts on After Yang.
All right, let's get ready, because this was technically my first movie that Raul got for me, and honestly, it's on my number one. Like I've gotten glimpses and heard a good amount of dialogue from other
Sorry to
films.
interrupt, Luis. We forgot to give a score for Watcher. What are you going to give Watcher?
Oh shit! I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and give Watcher a 5.5 out of 10.
Mm.
I'm right there behind you a bit. But yeah, continue on.
Yeah. So after Yang, this one actually I didn't I forgot to ask what's it about. Ro was just like, got you this, come watch it with me. I'm like, I mean, yeah, no, I forgot to ask in general.
I
I'm
can't
like,
even explain this movie.
yeah. As soon as the screen started, I'm like A24. I'm like, oh fuck, I know exactly how this could either go. It could go either really disturbing, incredibly fast, or it could go into like a what the fuck? But like, hey, all right, can I get more type of scenario? And I prefer the latter because I don't want to watch fucked up shit that will traumatize me. That's portrayed as horror, but it's it could be other things. But After Yang was really a beautiful piece. And I just gotta say, Colin, man's always been impressed with him. Like this just goes to show I'm excited for his role and character design for Penguin in the upcoming The Batman. But dude, he sold it, and then just going through all the motions. And as a philosophy student, I fell in love with the idea that this film was trying to study. And as a person that's also taking the minds and machine courses, which basically goes into the question of this film of like robotics and what it means to be human, and could a robot technically be human, right, or have that human ability. And it goes through all those interesting topics that just God fucking love to see in film, but not just see it, like actively try to question it. What exactly is living? What exactly is being human? What exactly is feeling? Because you give those to a robot, they ask you, what is this? But if you allow the robot to get a greater understanding, it'll ask questions, it'll try to understand, it'll create a simplified version of what it could be. And that's just lovely. And dude, the absolute imagery that they have in this film, beautiful, just
The
absolutely
production
beautiful.
design is on a
Dude, the
whole other
production
level.
design, the actual score for the film. For those that watch anime and that follow the anime movies, A Silent Voice was very reminiscent to me from this film, and not in the sad part of the whole kind of tired of life kind of scenarios in those films, but the actual beauty of like, why do I live, right? Why am I living? Why am I existing for? Why am I feeling? And just it takes a lot for me to cry. Like there's only been 3 movies that actively make me cry first watch. That's A Silent Voice, Soul, and Coco. Those 3 movies have actually made me ball out cry. And not even like the just dude, like the silent, I can't, like I don't want to go all out, just holding it in, but tears are still like that painful cry, like the oh my
Mm,
god. And I am honestly very happy that I got a chance to watch this,
mhm.
because it does. I want to own this film. I'm not gonna lie, in my collection, just to show my
Yeah.
family. And that's to say something, because I don't really show my family that type of stuff. But I feel like they'd be confused at first, but also they'd be like, "Holy shit!" Like, damn.
Yeah.
Um,
And it's good that you bring up Coco, because I mean Rachel here says After Yang was like Ex Machina meets Bicentennial Man meets
yeah, yeah.
Coco, and What's it called? By the way, hi Rachel, thank you for being here. I'm in the same. I mean, it's really hard to bring up to
Yeah.
words what I thought. This is my first 5 star of the year. This is my first perfect score of the year. Well, not perfect score. What's it called?
No, that's perfect for me.
My score is like around a 9.5 out of 10, only because there's like one thing that gets introduced that they never get back into it. They never
Which
really
is it?
talk
Which is it? Which is it?
the whole corporate the corporate conspiracy shit. Like they're like, oh, like it gets brought up and then it just like never gets brought up again, and it's like,
Oh, it's like John Wick. We know that word exists, but it never gets brought up again.
yeah, yeah,
You know, I mean, he even said it. He wants to keep that part, that futuristic company is like not
yeah.
really important, but okay.
But also like I feel like on a rewatch it's probably we'll see what that rewatch does. But this movie's masterful. I mean, this Coco Nada makes an incredible film from start to finish. I mean, the production design, the cinematography, the performances from our actors here. I mean, Colin Farrell is just incredible, dude. I
Holy
I
shit,
can
dude! And we got him shirtless. Yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh.
um and also like um just are like who are supposed to be like the robots here. Like they give a great performances trying to
Uh,
act like
uh,
robots. Like
Cyber humanoids, if I remember
uh
correctly. Actually, that's the
no, techno sapiens.
techno sapiens. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. um but like there's just so much going on here, like just like the messages and the themes of like existentialism and all that, and they're all just like coming coherently to create this like beautiful movie. That there was like a certain monologue that's going on, and I looked, I no, it's not the it's like one of those sequences where I even told Luis, like I look at Luis, I'm like, Luis, I think I'm getting like really fucking emotional right now. Like I'm tearing up a bit here.
Those are the moments that I felt while watching. The audio cue synced up with the visuals that was going
Yeah,
on and the message. That's that
yeah,
whole combination. Yeah, it gets you riled up.
yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
I
This
want to
movie's going to
rewatch
be
it.
officially released in March by A24, y'all. And of course, we will do a full on spoiler review for this show on this show when we get to it, because I do want Brad to watch this movie, because I think that this movie's fucking fantastic. I really do think this movie is really fantastic. It is my second favorite film of the festival, and it is my first 5 star of the year. And I didn't think that I'd be giving a 5 star literally in January when the year barely starts, but
Yeah,
this
it's a
movie
for Scream
just
5.
shut up. This movie just surprised me in a way that like I wasn't expecting to get this out of this movie. And also being somebody who has never seen a movie from Coconada. So I was really impressed. And yeah, I God man, I'm telling you, this movie is, you all need to see this movie. And it sucks that the second screening already passed for this movie. But if it does win in awards, if it wins an award at the at oh wait, no, it's not in competition. Never mind, it's not a competition. But I thought that if it won an award, they will do the award screenings for these films. So I was gonna say, fuck it, I'm gonna just buy Brad a $20 ticket, fucking have him watch this. But this one's not in competition, so this movie was just really good, guys. Please seek this out in March when it gets released. And
Let's hope it's in Dolby, like Dolby Vision.
oh man, I
Dude, because
hope.
on the TV, I don't think it was 4K, but some of the scenes that we have,
Yeah,
fucking phenomenal, dude.
yeah. No, I'm dying to watch this in the theater to really see
Yeah,
like the
honestly,
extent of those colors, because like the most that we got was in HD. We got in 1080p, but like what's and of course it was probably upscaled on your TV, right? But
it
like
might have been, honestly. That's
yeah,
why it just looked fucking phenomenal.
yeah. But yeah, guys, please seek this out. This one was fantastic, and yeah, I didn't expect myself to be this surprised by a film like this early in this year, but I really like this. And of course, I want to thank you all so much for being here, and I want to thank my friends here, my wonderful co-host, and my wonderful other co-hosts too, being here. We did great. Um, Brad, what's it called? I wish I had a way of buying you tickets too. What's it
Bought
called?
me one.
I got you one though. I got you one, right? What's it called? But there's a lot more coverage to come, guys. So stay tuned to the nerdcore.com. There's a lot of stuff coming up with that, and it's probably gonna be a little more silent, y'all, because I do have 7 more movies to get through, and I do have an interview tomorrow, hopefully. And we have a bunch of stuff that's coming up, but we're doing great things here. And I had one interview already with a short film director, and the producer. So Luis is editing that for me because it is in Spanish, so we're gonna get subtitles on it. So
Yeah,
my
because he
first
speaks pocho.
Ocho. But yeah, of course, it has been a wonderful time, and I want to thank everybody in here who was watching. I want to thank everybody who's listening on the replay. I do want to thank our wonderful Patreon supporters. Thank you so much for being for helping us out and making these shows happen. And let's be real, y'all. If it wasn't for any of y'all, I probably wouldn't even be covering Sundance because we wouldn't have been able to afford the website or the domain. And chances are that I probably wouldn't have been able to do any of this. So thank you all so much, man. And I'm glad that we were able to get some podcast reviews in here because I wanted to spread a little bit of the coverage between between this the podcast and the website. So uh, yeah, with that
Oh,
said,
okay, Luis.
damn, Luis. Well, I'll plug it for Luis. Don't worry. Want to thank our associate producer Sarah, and I want to thank our executive producer Shane. Where can you find Shane, Brad?
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/XSRK or on Twitter at XSRK_Ogo or go buy something from the Suppy God at thriftedil.com or pick something up in person, Present City Vintage in Illinois.
Yep. Meeting up with him next month, man. I'm excited, dude. I'm gonna go and get some stuff.
Get your
So
shirt.
get my shirt, bro. But of course, we want to thank our wonderful writers as well. Our first one is Tony
Hey, Tony.
at Real Nerdy Dad on Twitter, and then our wonderful Kylie at Kylie PLI on Twitter and Kylie P Sports 90 on Instagram. Thank you, Kylie. We did our Venom Let There Be Carnage commentary, and next is our commentary with our other writer Rachel, who you can follow at the Lucky Peach with a V instead of a U on all social platforms. We're gonna be doing June 1984. Yeah,
God help us.
God help us all. But I'm excited to at least do the first commentary with Rachel for their patronage. So uh, yeah, I thank you all so much for being here, y'all, and we will see you all on the next one. But in the meantime, please stay safe out there. And if you can afford some of these screenings, my friends, I would recommend you all watch some of these movies. They're great. And if you want to go ahead and look at what I recommend the most, go over to the my letterbox, the Nerdy Chicano, and look at the list of what I've got and look at those scores. I definitely recommend some that are really good, but I've also been missing out on some really big ones that people are raving about. So we'll see what's up. Maybe those maybe I'll get a coupon for those screenings, but we'll see what's up. Of course, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to my friend Brad. I'm sorry, Luis. Let them know where they can keep up to date with all the stuff that you're doing too.
Oh, I'm more active on Twitch at Luigi on Twitch, on Instagram Luigi on IG, TikTok Luigi on TK. You get the gist. So basically, I rebranded to my name being Luigi Luig, and on whatever platform you're looking for, and you'll probably find me there. Aside from my actual website, which is being updated currently, it's actually difficult to update a website to your liking by yourself without actually having a computer. But my website is Lecture Studios, where you can check out my short films and my directorial work and streams, Spotify, podcast, all of that jazz. It'll quiet down on Spotify. Yeah, I mean, yeah, just go to the website and you'll find everything about moi, about me.
All right. And with that said, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to my wonderful bearded co-host right here, Brad. Set him out.
All right, Raul. Thank you for being host as always. Thank you to Luis for joining us today to go over reviews of movies, one I watched and others I didn't. Thank you to all those who joined us in chat today. Thank you to everyone who listens to us. All our Patreon supporters, we appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, I'm just going to say, keep watching movies any way you can. And yeah, we probably should watch more documentaries. Young Yoda out.